Hey friend, Church D coming at you once again. Thanks for tuning into What Does It Take to Win. Could you believe that we've made it out of the month of January? Happy new month to you guys. I hope everybody's doing well and prospering in 2021. I just released my brand new album entitled Something's Missing. So that's pretty exciting. I hope you guys have had a chance to check it out. If you haven't, go and check it out. It's available on every digital outlet. It's available on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon. I think it's on Deezer, Yandex. I saw it on Pandora as well, iHeartRadio. Pretty much wherever you listen to your music, you can find it. It's entitled Something's Missing. I dropped 13 amazing tracks for you guys. I put my heart and soul into this one, and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. And I actually have my vocals on there as well. So if you want to hear me sing a little bit, you could check it out. And of course, after checking out this brand new album, I've released some music in the past. So I have another album out by the name of The Cactus, Bare Minimum 2.0, came out in 2019. A single that came out in March 2020 by the name of The Vision. And finally, an EP that came out in June 2020 by the name of The Big Reveal. So you can check out my whole catalog of music and enjoy it. Enjoy all the vibes and let it put you into a great mood and a great space. Listen to it while you work and so on. Also, I do make beats, as I mentioned in the other episodes. So feel free to check me out. I'm on SoundClick. You can find me at soundclick.com/churchd. I have over 100 beats and instrumentals there available for your use. So if you're a podcaster like myself and you're looking for a jingle, you can go ahead and download it. Or if you're a rapper, singer, songwriter, whatever it is that you do, if you're a content creator, if you make videos and all that good stuff, I got instrumentals there for days. If you don't see something that you like, you can just go ahead and shoot me a quick DM. You can find me either on Instagram, Facebook, or you can find me on Twitter. Send me a DM, say, hey man, I'm looking for this style. I'll cook it right up for you. I'll upload it to the site. If it's something you like, go ahead and purchase it. If not, it'll still be there for the next man. You heard? I crack myself up sometimes, but that's enough of my little promo. Let's go ahead and jump right into the topic of this podcast. And it's something that I practiced in my life. When did I start doing this? Probably in college. That's when I really began to grab a hold of this concept. And so I figured, hey, I want to share this with you guys. So the title or the topic of this podcast will be Working Hard or Hardly Working. And I have, of course, 3 points here for you guys. And the focal point is, just you really want to be productive as opposed to being busy and always working. So yeah, let's jump right into it. The first point is being busy doesn't automatically make you successful. Don't be so busy until you're not productive. I know that's like a long point, but it's like a sub point with it. Point number 2, choose productivity. So that ties in with point number 1, choose productivity. And point number 3, the third and final point, I think this is my favorite one. It should be your favorite one as well. Get some sleep, get some rest. Recovery is key to productivity. Okay, so those are my 3 points, and we'll get started right now with point number 1. So yes, being busy, it doesn't automatically make you successful. Now, being busy does have its benefits. As the saying goes, an idle mind is the devil's playground. We understand this, and it's quite true. There have been times in which I wasn't doing anything, especially when I was younger. I wasn't busy. My mind would just sort of wander. And, you could start to think about certain things that hurt you in the past, or begin to worry about your future, or worry about the present, if you will, and say, okay, well, why is everybody else around me doing this and I'm not? And, so on. It will just begin to affect you in a negative way. So I just wanted to clear that up before I began to dive more into this first point. So being busy does not automatically mean you're being productive. While it does have some benefits, don't allow it to become a distraction to your main goal. You can take on many projects that aren't very important and forget about the first goal that you ended up setting. So for example, and I'll make this extremely simple and kind of short. Let's say that you're going to a store to purchase something, right? You grab all of your items, you put it in the cart, and you're heading to check out, right? So you're waiting in line. I think there are a couple of people in front of you. It's finally your turn. you get a call and someone says, oh, I need you to do XYZ. Okay, you drop everything, you leave it at the checkout at the register, and you leave and you go take on that other project. Okay, now you're busy. So that first goal that you ended up setting of grabbing the stuff from the store and checking out, it has been abandoned. You are not productive and you failed your task for the day to go pursue something else that's now taking up your time, that's now causing you to be busy. Okay, let's talk about it from a creative mind now. Let's say you're an entrepreneur and you give yourself a specific amount of time to work on your brand and the products and services that you have to offer. Okay, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's say you give yourself 5 to 8 hours each day to just work on you, but you don't set specific goals. Now you're busy, you're working hard during these 5 to 8 hours, but you don't have a goal at the end of the day. So nothing's being accomplished. You don't set aside time and say, okay, this day I'm going to work on content, or this day I'm going to spend 4 of the 8 hours working on marketing. And then the rest, I'm just going to have my line open to receive calls and check out emails, or whatever the case may be. That's being busy and being productive. But if there's no clear-cut goal, you're just busy wasting time. Okay. I know that might sound a little harsh, but I want you to be able to apply this to your life. And it's like the perfect segue into my second point, because it touches upon it. And it's just basically choosing productivity. Give yourself a deadline, set a goal, and achieve it. It's very simple. I'll talk about producers, music producers more specifically, because that's what I do as well. And I'm not coming at music producers in any way, shape, or form. Like I just mentioned, I myself am a music producer. I'm into that. I do production, beats, mixing, mastering, engineering, you name it. So I'm sure we've all been on social media or seen clips somewhere of producers always saying, hey, I'm in the studio. Hey, I'm in the studio. But you never heard any music from them, or you never see their name in any credits. But they're always in the studio. Yeah, I'm working on this. Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm doing this with somebody. New music coming soon. They're always sort of hyping everything that they do up, but you don't see any content or you don't see any fruit from it. Okay. Now, without a doubt, I'm pretty sure they're always busy. They're always in the studio. They might be searching for different sounds, sending out emails, tweaking stuff. They might be making beats here and there and not completing them because that's the producer's struggle. I mean, I go through that myself. I'll start something and then I'm like, oh, I have another idea. I'm going to put that aside and work on this, But these people, they're always busy and they don't have anything to show for it. They're not being productive. They're wasting countless amount of hours just being busy, tweaking knobs, making beats, taking footage, and sharing it with the world, and they have nothing to show for it. So don't let that person be you. Don't be like these producers who are in the studio all the time, busy, quote unquote, and they have nothing to show for it. Or you might just have, a regular 9 to 5, and your supervisor says, hey, I have all this work that needs to get done. Could you do it? But they don't specify the priorities. You end up having to figure out, okay, well, yeah, you gave me all this work to do, but what's more important and what needs to get done now as opposed to at a later date, and so on. So that way you're not just busy all day working on things that are unimportant. You're being productive, and then you can work on the unimportant stuff later. Or you might enjoy busy work just because it makes the day go by faster. Hey, I am not mad at you. Sometimes you're just like, you know what, I need a nap, and this day needs to hurry up and speed by so I can get in my car and go home. Well, granted, nobody's driving right now except first responders and all the other stuff because we are in a pandemic. So most of us are working from home or doing entrepreneurship. So that's a blessing as well. But that's besides the point. Choose productivity over just being busy all the time. And now I'm just going to go into my third and final point, and I'm sure you guys will love this one because I know I do. Get some sleep or get some rest. Recovery is key. You're not going to be at your best if you're always tired. Now, I know people who are in the medical field, they end up working overnight, and I don't know how they do it. Those are superheroes to me. People in the medical field, and especially like the first responders, firefighters, police officers, etc. The paramedics, they work these late night shifts, and I know they're exhausted, but they still perform pretty well. They're not average people. Okay. Just going to put that out there. You're going to need some rest. You need some sleep. Recovery is key to productivity. And if you're always tired, it's going to show up in your work. Imagine being a singer or a rapper on stage. You fly from the United States, let's say, to Japan. Okay, you fly from the United States to Japan and you're jet lagged. And they say, okay, get on stage right now and perform this show. You have a 45-minute set that you have to perform. Now, you had just traveled for, 18 to 20 plus hours without a good night's rest, without really stretching out and resting like that. And they'll expect you to go on stage and perform at 100%. You're not going to be 100%. I know personally from experience. I'd be tired on these tours, yo. It's true. Of course, I still perform to my best ability and people enjoy it because, hey, I'm a professional. Like, I perfected my craft. This is what I do. And I don't have to sing. I'm usually on an instrument. So I don't have it as bad. But yeah, getting some rest is definitely going to help you. Look at it this way. For those who work out, I work out, I'm not like a bodybuilder, or super shredded, but I like to keep fit and stay pretty athletic and healthy. So think of working out. When you go to lift weights, if you have a trainer, they're not going to make you do the same exercises every day without resting. You have to rest so that the muscle fibers that you have torn will begin to repair itself. And as those muscle fibers begin to repair itself, what does it do? It starts to grow. So, a few months in, you might look at yourself and you won't really see results like that. But you fast forward to like another few months in, or even like a year in, you'll start to notice in the mirror, like, okay, I'm starting to see that I'm getting a little bit bigger, or I have a little bit less body fat around my waist and so on, or that my legs look more defined and I'm stronger. I'm able to lift heavier weights. That's because you allowed your body and your muscles to rest and to recover. That same thing should be applied. That same point should be applied to productivity and being busy all the time. You have to give yourself time to rest. Get a good night's sleep. Try to sleep 7 to 8 hours. If you can sleep 9 hours and you got time for that, go for it. But you'll notice that when you wake up from your rest, or even if you just take a quick vacation and you sort of relax by the beach, when you come back to work on what you're working on, you're re-energized and you'll be able to put out your best product or give your best service. In fact, if you skip rest days while working out, you're more prone to injury, believe it or not. And so I want you to apply that to your brand or your business. It's more prone to an injury if you don't rest your mind, or if you're constantly just busy and not being productive. The lack of productivity is actually an injury to your business or your brand. Okay, so that just came to me. I wanted to sort of drop that off at the end. But that's my third and final point. Get some rest, get some sleep. So let's do a quick recap of the 3 points for working hard or hardly working. The first one is being busy doesn't automatically make you successful. Don't be so busy until you're not productive. The second point is choose productivity. You want to set a goal and give yourself a deadline so you can achieve it. And the third and final point, which we just went through, is get some sleep. Recovery is key to productivity. Remember, if you don't rest in between workouts, you're going to cause an injury to yourself. If you don't rest and stop being so busy and focus on productivity, you're going to end up hurting and cause an injury to your business or whatever it is you're trying to pursue. Thanks for listening to this podcast. I hope it blessed you and I hope it encouraged you. Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and to share this. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with people you don't even like. Share it with that person who keeps bothering you for advice. I got you covered. And lastly, if you'd like to connect with me, just click the link in the description for all of my content. I have some great things in store for you. Thanks for tuning in. God bless.